Welcome to the best of Combate Americas, 60 minutes of the most exciting mixed martial arts action. It's mucha más acción as the best of Combate Americas gets started. Here's our first fight of the night.
All right, this one at the lightweight division, 155 Renaud and Guzman. This is Bakersfield versus Parlier, California. And we will be ready to get this one underway. A big fight for El Castigador Guzman and the Cowboy Renaud.
And El Castigador is Spanish for the Punisher. I don't know if you guys knew that.
We do now.
Yeah.
He punishes.
He definitely does.
All right, we'll get ready to get our second fight here in Fresno underway. Heading towards a big main event and co-main event for your viewing pleasure here is 2019 off and running, and we will talk about the schedule ahead for Combate Americas. We're going to be busy in a couple weeks, Guadalajara, and then through the spring and very busy summertime. Expect some great destinations and big-time fights in the weeks and months ahead. And we'll certainly speak to Campbell McLaren for more details on that. But we certainly touched on the development of the women's divisions as well as the fighters we saw in 2018, what they can do in the new year.
And speaking of women's divisions, Max, I heard a rumor. I can't even really talk about it that much, but Campbell says that we have like this all-star coming in to represent these women in our growing, getting more populated, I should say, women's division. There's tons of women that we just signed, and there's going to be a superstar, a female superstar who's going to be representing these female fighters. We can't say who yet. These
are not my words. This is a quote from the boss man. We signed Mas Chingona women in the world, and that will be something to look forward to in 2019. He doesn't mince words. And that's why we love him, and that's why we love the product here on Combate Americas. We are pumped for what lies ahead here in the new year. We're just getting started, and I hope you're enjoying all our coverage on DAZN as we get bigger and better. It's going to be nasty as we go towards 2019. I can't wait to see Zoila. It's going to be big time as we look there as well in her matchup against Queen Knee to see if she still has it, to see if she not only has the ability, but that fire in her eye.
I think she does still have it. And another thing, she's really, really wanting to come in and make a statement. Like I said earlier in the open, she didn't hesitate to take this fight. Her little sister, Stephanie Frosto, took a fight against Rivera, and she lost that fight.
Right.
And Zoila wants revenge.
And we'll talk about Zoila, but this is one of the biggest fighters in women's history in MMA. We'll get to that.
Damas y caballeros,
to the Jaula, Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering La Jaula, Ryan Renaud.
All right, the Cowboy Renaud coming in, making his Combate debut. Fighting out of One Nation MMA. They call him an in-and-out fighter. What does that mean?
He is a Taekwondo-based fighter, and Taekwondo is a sport where they're talking about distance. They are practicing distance, point fighting. They're wanting to switch stances. This is a tough kid. He's a second-degree Taekwondo black belt, and that is where he got his base in mixed martial arts.
And he will answer the bell against an undefeated Adrian Guzman. What a moment for Renaud as he looks off to a winning start here in Combate.
Yeah, he usually fights at 145 pounds, but he went up in weight for this fight against Adrian Guzman. So look for that also. It's going to be a different transition for him. He's never fought at this weight before.
He used to own a T-Mobile store, so a businessman now turned fighter.
Yep,
store owner.
Yeah, he majored in business at California State, Cal State.
All right, here he comes.
The Cowboy, Ryan Cowboy Renaud.
Well, Tejano music, nothing wrong with that. Again, hablando audiencia. Back to Lupe.
Su rival, his opponent, Adrian Guzman.
Parlier, California, not far from here in Fresno, and you can hear he's brought some fans along with him, and that's one of the I know I said it a lot, but the Mexicali experience where we had the fans behind the fighters in numbers and the rivalries between the town, we get that here north of the border as well. And a chance for the Fresno and the surrounding area to put their best foot forward.
Yeah, this guy is a great prospect in the California area. He trains out of Rafa's house gym. Rafa Alvarado is his head coach. And this is a typical wrestler versus striker matchup. This guy comes in like a bull, and he wants to take you down, ground and pound, or TKO, and that's how he has found success in the past. He is making his Combate Americas debut and looking to improve his record to 4-0.
Yeah, 3-0, very methodical, all business as he walks inside La Jaula.
Stop pretending.
For exclusive Combate Americas merchandise, just go to shop.combateamericas.com.
Damas y caballeros, continuamos con mucha más acción. Este duelo, 3 vueltas en la división peso ligero. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Los jueces son Marcos Rosales, Ralph McKnight y Mark Lawley. Presentando la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de color azul, he steps in wearing the blue trunks. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 154 3/4 pounds cuando pisó la báscula. Registró un peso oficial de 154 libras y 3/4. En su 11º combate a nivel profesional, con 4 victorias, 5 derrotas y un empate, he enters La Jaula for the 11th time as a pro, with 4 victories, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Bakersfield, California, Cowboy Ryan Renault. Su rival en la esquina roja. His opponent in the red corner, wearing black, vestido de negro. Su peso oficial, 155 libras y media. His official weight, 155 1/2 pounds. A nivel profesional, se mantiene invicto con 3 victorias. He enters La Jaula undefeated as a pro with 3 victories. Fighting out of Parlier, California, El Castigador, Adrián Guzmán. Our referee, Mike Beltran.
All right, John, been over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you want. the sound of the bell, come on out, handle your business. Let's go.
The voice of Mike Beltran, you gotta love it as we go to the tail of the tape. And Guzman has youth on his side, but he has a 1-inch height advantage, a 1-inch reach advantage. We're at the lightweight, as you can see, Guzman cutting it close, but making weight, 155.6.
Yep.
And without a doubt, the biggest pop of the night is Parlier, California. Scream for me. They came in numbers to cheer on their guy. Let's see if he can help them leave happy. It is Renault in the blue USA shorts. Get a lot of Central California, Bakersfield, the Fresno area for Guzman. It will be at Stockton down the road, perhaps. It's a big fighting town. It's incredible stuff that we have on tap. And this part of the country, as good as any when it comes to fighting.
Guzman, you can see, is trying to get a feel for Renault, but if you notice, Renault will switch from southpaw to orthodox, and that comes from that Taekwondo base that he's been doing since he was a kid.
As we saw there, 13 years in Taekwondo, and we know that is a martial art that is growing with steam here in the MMA community. It's becoming a real player, and fighters are finding success with that as their background.
Giant elbow that barely misses, just grazes the top of Guzman's head, but if that would have landed, that would have been dangerous and possibly big giant
out.
cut.
I believe of Renault's, it came out as Guzman closed in.
Renault with a precision on his strikes.
He's gonna stop it, Mike Beltran, and
Stay where you're at, put it in your mouth. Your mouthpiece.
it was Guzman's mouthpiece.
All right, let's go, fight.
Made it crystal clear.
Mike Beltran is just one of the best in the games as far as referee is concerned. And with a little right hook there at the separation for Guzman.
Cracking right kick.
See, and here's the problem. Wrestler versus striker. Guzman ate that kick like nothing and went straight into the clinch and looking for the takedown. So you got to be careful if you're Renault throwing those kicks like that, because it leaves you susceptible to getting taken down.
And that's exactly the ground that Guzman wants to cover. This is his domain.
A great takedown defense by Ryan Cowboy Renault. Defended that beautifully. He threw that body kick, made Renault eat it, but he's back into the center of the jaula, and he's looking to get those precision strikes off once again.
Hey, glad you could join us. Oh, that one caught the chin.
Beautiful left hook.
And again, 2 out of 3 making contact, both with that left jab. Now the right comes in. Oh, big sweeping machete punch. Oh, but he caught Guzman, Renault.
Giant knee, working on that front head draw. Has a gable grip sucked up.
Yeah.
Looked like he almost wanted to go to a Darce there.
They are swinging for the fences here, Renault and Guzman. Now Guzman with his foot on the pedal.
And Renault with the granite chin. He's been taking those shots right on the chin and still standing. Beautifully done. Nice takedown defense by Renault.
He's the striker here, but the defense showing that he's got some wherewithal when it comes to the ground game.
Renault with the giant underhook that gets him off of the jaula.
Missed wildly there, feints with the kick. Guzman closes in. That's where he wants to be.
Guzman with the giant knee, returning the favor. Oh, and Renault tried for a second one, but lost his footing and got his single leg takedown. Beautiful.
Very well executed by Renault as he looks to take the back. He sees an opening.
He's a striker, but it looks like he's going to take the opportunity to hang on him and try to get a hook in if he can.
You don't know. You hear about these fighters. Yeah, he wants to keep it on the ground, but Renault looks pretty good when it gets to this position. Now he's lucking it in.
That's solid, and I like to say no hook.
Oh, and there Guzman just able to wiggle out. Oh, he's like saying he might be...
Bulldog choke.
He wants to take a look. He says to Beltran to take a closer look. Slipping out is Guzman. Didn't have it as tight as he thought. And there's a big knee and another.
Another knee.
Oh, the left hook.
And Renault looks like he's out.
Good night.
It's a guillotine right there.
Yeah, nope, doesn't have it. Good execution, at least from the beginning. Close quarters. We've seen it all here in this opening round.
Renault doing a good job of making sure that he's not getting caught in anything. Guzman sucks up that guard, closes it up.
Guzman fighting from his back. Coming up on top.
Looking for the can opener is Renault, trying to open up that guard. Needs to get some strikes off, though.
Final seconds of this opening round. Guzman gets separation. Big left knee fires in. The big right kick as well. Renault making it, but then Guzman responds. Oh, up top!
Renault has got a chin of solid steel.
He didn't like that last one, Juliana.
I don't care. He has been taking it and still coming.
Well, Renault is stationary. He asked Mike Beltran to come over. He was like extending his jaw as if to say that last one caught him and it hurt.
Beautiful job. Beautiful round for both fighters. Back and forth action, non-stop.
And Renault looks weary. There was a lot of connections made from both fighters, but Guzman is a real bulldog. Renault looks uncomfortable, barely opening his mouth that last time, and let's see, maybe we'll see why.
Big, huge left hook that corralled Renault back into the party. Renault was trying to sneak out that side, and he just corralled him in with that left hook and said, come back here.
There was knee after knee. This is where he thought he might have had
bulldog choke. Yeah, that was a great job by Guzman to go to his back so that he could relieve the pressure that Renault had on that bulldog choke.
Don't see that often. Didn't quite work out for Renault as he's ready to go for round two. And if we can have anything close to round one, sign us up.
Guzman just looks like he's just getting fired up.
Yeah, he does. Renault breathing out of his mouth.
Renault looks super tired.
All right, round number two here at Combate Fresno. Guzman Renault.
Renault needs to be a little bit more positionally aware with his head. He can't be ducking his head down and have better neck posture. Nice strong neck so that his head is not down there.
Oh, he caught him with a massive left kick and now looking for the finish. That's exactly what he got. Early days round two, El Castigador.
Nice. Beautiful done. I'm talking about your head being positionally aware, and Guzman went to go punish him and take his head clean right off.
Renault dropped like a marionette that had his strings detached. Cut from above.
And the Punisher moves on to 4-0.
Yeah, he's revealing the Superman on his chest with the celebration. Impressive.
Guzman is maybe upset that Mike Beltran stopped the fight.
I don't know, but he looked, it was just pecking away in the first round, and it set the table for a quick finish in round number two.
And this fight was a wrestler versus striker, but who says a wrestler can't knock you out?
And there are the Punisher shirts for Guzman. As advertised, you get a following in this sport because you do stuff like that, and that following is going to grow for Guzman.
People want to see him fight.
I do.
I for sure do. Here's the replay.
Watch the big left. Caught him on the top of the head.
Nice left high kick. Grazed him in the back of the head and just dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Here it is.
Beautiful kick.
Boom.
Oh, right on the temple. Yep. You okay with the stoppage?
I would have liked to see maybe a few seconds more. I don't think he was completely out. It looks like he was definitely still aware of what was going on.
Those hammer throws from Guzman.
Mike Beltran's job, however, is to keep the fighter safe. So
yes.
if he's the one that's in there in close proximity. If he sees you in trouble, he's going to stop the fight. So nice job by Mike Beltran to keep our fighters nice and safe.
All right, let's go inside la jaula for the official decision. Lupe Contreras.
Damas y caballeros, el referee Mike Beltran detiene el combate con un tiempo oficial de 19 segundos del segundo episodio. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran steps in and calls a halt to this contest with an official time of 19 seconds of the second stanza, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, declarando el ganador por knockout técnico, still undefeated, El Castigador, Adrián Guzman.
Punisher shirts throughout the Save Mart Center. My favorite part about calling fights with you, Juliana, and Combate Americas is seeing these guys seizing the moment, and that's exactly what Guzman did, not only getting the win, but putting on a show.
Yeah, I said when he was in the corner coming back out for round 2, I was like, this guy looks like he's just catching steam, like he's just now getting started, and he definitely did. He made a solid case for going out there and just taking the guy's head right off.
And Juliana, we talked about it in Mexicali. There is pressure fighting in your hometown. You get tickets for your family and friends, and now you're here fighting, and I gotta win this. We did it all. I gotta make sure that they're cheering for me at the end.
We will be back with mucha más acción after this timeout.
Lo sigo diciendo, esta es la fiesta hispana de las artes marciales mixtas y estamos a punto de arrancar, señores.
Toda mi gente que está aquí ahora.
Emocionada, ven, además la gente está ferviente.
Combate Américas es MMA, mucha más acción. Combate Américas es MMA, mucha más acción.
Estamos a punto de hacer historia una vez más.
Los mejores peleadores de Estados Unidos, México y América Latina. Una noche electrizante de artes marciales mixtas. No te pierdas toda la acción. Combate Américas. Hey everyone, this is Lupe Contreras, the voice of La Jaula de Combate Americas. I wanted to check in with you and show you my favorite quarantine spot. It is the hammock in my backyard. But most importantly, I wanted to check in and remind you to stay safe, stay healthy, keep an eye on one another, and remember, during this new normal, this new world, we're all family.
The night is young. Down to the cage for more action.
So this is a guy, he talks the talks, got that great look. There he is in a important spot for him at a catch weight, 150 pounds. See, maybe he can flex towards lightweight, or perhaps his best weight is down at 145 at featherweight. A lot of answers to the questions for Horta as he makes his way out inside La Jaula. And we'll see about it.
Yep, he is making his Combate Americas debut and knows that this is a great stage for him to showcase his abilities, and he's very excited to be fighting for the promotion.
Donning the Mexican and red, white, and blue. 2 flags on his back. He was a running back and a safety in his football days, and I think when we look at all these sports, they all play a part. We talk about learning the martial arts, but there's sports that you can take a bit out of. I think football certainly is one of them to help you in your mixed martial arts career.
Aside from MMA, I would say football is definitely the toughest sport out there. You know,
yeah.
Your guys are going, those guys are going right into a head-on collision every single play.
Right. I think football, it sticks out because you can get hit from behind. You can get hit in your blind spot, and I think that's something that certainly plays in to mixed martial artists. We'll see what it does for Horta as he comes in, maybe the biggest spot of his very young career, starting late again after his football and his service with the Naval Academy here at 28 years of age.
And thank you for your service, Emilio Horta. And I like his tattoo. It says never accept defeat, so hopefully he has that type of mentality.
He'll be looking to avoid that against Stephen Bollinger.
Su rival, his opponent, Stephen Bollinger.
All accounts, Bollinger, a very good amateur, but this is his first fight as a professional. Clovis, California, again, not far from us in Fresno. Does have that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt.
Stephen Bollinger has a ton of pressure here tonight because a ton of his family and friends are here, and of course he wants that knockout. He's got a lot of that family pressure. He wants to go out there and make a statement, especially with this being his pro debut.
We mentioned the purple belt in BJJ, 18 years a wrestler. Now at 27, he's been doing it since he was in diapers, or just about. And now, after a spirited amateur career, looking to start his professional career 1-0.
He's a coach, as a volunteer on his free time, and as an amateur, he won 2 lightweight championships. He loves fighting and coaching. That's his passion. And he missed that. We'll give it back to Lupe first.
Tres vueltas a un peso pactado de 150 libras, ladies and gentlemen. We continue with much more action. This bout 3 rounds at a catch weight of 150 pounds. Our judges ringside are Marco Rosales, Ralph McKnight, and Mark Lawley. Presentando la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de color azul, he steps in wearing the blue trunks. He weighed in at an official 150 3/4 pounds, su peso oficial 150 libras y 3/4. En su tercer combate dentro de la jaula, con récord de 1 victoria y 1 derrota, he enters la jaula for the 3rd time as a pro, with a record of 1 victory and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Ridgecrest, California, Emilio Horta. His opponent in the red corner, su rival en la esquina roja, vestido de color negro. He steps in wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at 150 3/4 pounds. Detuvo la báscula a un peso idéntico de 150 libras y 3/4. Esta noche, dentro de la jaula de Combate Americas, hace su debut profesional tonight. Inside of la jaula of Combate Americas, he is making his professional debut. Representing the Central Valley and fighting out of Clovis, California, Steven Bollinger. Our referee, Mike Beltran.
All right, John, been over the rules already. Protect you all time. Protect yourself at all time. Touch gloves now if you want. At the side of the bell, come on out and handle your business. Let's go.
Handle your business. And Bollinger getting a Guzman-esque roar ahead of his introductions as we look at the tail of the tape. Both early in their careers, 27-28, 2-inch height advantage and 1 inch via the reach, favoring Horta. Horta has spent time with the salon with the hair and the beard looking tight. Will it remain that way by the end of this fight? It is Horta in the blue.
Horta already with the pressure.
Some quick hands. Bollinger looking cool, calm, and collected, and then he throws the first big bomb with that right hand, but it missed.
Bollinger nice and springy, ready to attack. Horta tries to get him off of him.
Wow, big suplex!
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Bollinger looking the part as he tries to clear the guard of Horta, and Horta hanging on. He just got a big-time wake-up call.
And he is going to get it if he keeps pressuring that kneecap down to the jaula. He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Let's go for a triangle. Possibly. He's trying to fit the pieces together.
Horta just needs to keep pressuring on that side. He's almost halfway. He's almost past.
He almost bent over backward. He's got those legs like arms. And now Bollinger gets the back. Bollinger, beautiful fighting here in this opening minute. And now he goes for the rear naked, and it's locked in.
That's over.
It could be Bollinger squeezing. Bollinger looking to put the final touches.
That's tight. He needs that other hook in to complete it.
Oh, he's gotten out. He got that chin down.
Beautiful job getting his back to the mat, and
oh, he's cleared the guard though.
Bollinger takes top mount position. Oh man, that was so close.
It's just been a minute and a half, but Bollinger impressing the lights out of me. I don't know, Juliana, I want to speak on your behalf. What an impressive 90 seconds from him.
Bollinger took the opportunity to get the party started early and hit the nastiest suplex I think I've ever seen. And wow. I got scared there for a second because I was like, please don't knock yourself out. But it was so great. He locked in a rear naked choke and went into mount, but he just got reversed. Let's see what he can do with the purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, but now Horta's stemmed the tide and turned the tables. And he will withdraw Bollinger back to his feet. Oh, he came in and he got a little dizzy. And Horta goes, you like that? You want another?
Horta just stood his ground and literally chucked a 1-2. He didn't back up an inch. He bit down on that mouthpiece and he started slugging.
And Bollinger looking tired from that action-packed 2 minutes. Good head movement, avoiding any further damage from Horta. How about these last 2 fights, folks?
Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers, Steven.
A warning for Bollinger from Mike Beltran.
Stalking is Horta. Bollinger's back right up against the howl. A big giant overhand right for Horta.
Oh, coming in. And he went right through the back door. Oh, he telegraphed that one. Bollinger might be in a little trouble. He looks dazed.
Nice big head kick, but he paid for it. Tries to go for a spinning elbow.
And he walked right into that. Horta looks fit as a fiddle. Throws Bollinger.
Horta says, get off me.
90 seconds from the heavens for Bollinger, but Horta's changed everything. Caught him with the left and a right.
Straight right down the clown's mouth. Beautiful 1s and 2s. Straight, beautiful punches for Horta.
Horta was losing this. He's in a position at the very least to take this round after almost getting choked out. Bollinger with a takedown though.
Great timing. Bollinger shot straight out of a cannon and got the double leg on Horta. Sitting there in half guard. Nice shoulder pressure, beautiful shoulder pressure. He's gonna look to pass that right knee.
Very unorthodox attempt to clear the guard, almost over, and he might just be now. Second time he's been able to go for the mount.
This is a kill position. You can't afford to lose this position. You're in mount, you gotta stay there. You gotta have nice, tight, heavy hips.
Well, you don't see ebb and flows like this. It went from one side to the next, and now back to where we started for Bollinger.
Horta needs to be careful when he tries to get out of mount that he's not giving up his back to put him in a worse position.
It's an elbow party now.
Beautiful head and arm transition for Bollinger, looking to suck in that head and arm and get that tap. Oh, little enchilada there, covering the nose.
And the blood coming from the left cheek of Horta. A different choke hold here, and he might have it.
Yeah, that's deep, but he gets out, Horta. Too hungry, too hungry.
10 seconds. Oh, big right, Horta. And now he goes for the guillotine, and then he might have it at the end of the first.
I would hope.
What a round.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good round. Okay.
What do you got?
Let's
catch our breath.
Yes, please.
Not just us, the fighters.
Emilio Horta needs to be aware of the fact that Bollinger is desperate for the takedown, and if he gets too hasty with his strikes, he's going to get taken down like we saw Bollinger do. He waited for the timing of Horta and shot a perfectly timed double leg that got Horta down to the ground. He was in mount 2 times.
Stop pretending.
Lo sigo diciendo, esta es la fiesta hispana de las artes marciales mixtas y estamos a punto de arrancar, señores.
Toda mi gente que está aquí ahora.
Emocionada, ven nada más, la gente está ferviente.
Combate Américas es MMA, mucha más acción.
Round number 2, Mike Beltran waiting.
Bollinger looks tired. More tired, I think.
Precious seconds for them to collect their bearings. Bollinger, Horta, back and forth. It was Bollinger who had those 2 good sequences that probably separated him from Horta in round 1.
Oh, both guys trade. Bollinger looks away, though.
Oh, now he can unload with a rodilla.
It's a nice high-level fight. Beautiful 1 and 2 for Horta.
Close quarters working out for Horta. Bollinger showing his craftiness. He gave the middle part of that first round away.
Bollinger's clinch game is going to be key here. He needs to find a way to clinch up with Horta where he finds his best chance, and he does a beautiful timed double leg again. Horta getting too outstretched with the strikes, which is leading him to get taken down every single time. Bollinger's just changing levels at the right time and getting those takedowns. They're almost too easy.
It bears repeating, Juliana, this is the first professional fight for Bollinger. He looks like a savvy veteran for the most part.
Look for Bollinger to take Horta away from the fence.
Spinning away from the fence, as you mentioned, trying to make sure that Horta doesn't get any advantage from his back. And again, he goes for that choke over the top of the arm.
He has the head and arm, but he just needs to be a little bit more patient here. Clearing that left leg that is stuck right now. He uses the hand to fight the kneecap. He's almost there. And Horta is very aware that he's almost caught in a choke, so he's definitely trying to get his arm back.
And now looking for the mount as well. Bollinger, what a pleasant surprise with a beautiful fight as he looks for a Kimura possibly, and he might have it.
Americana switches to an Americana.
Oh, and Horta able to slip away.
Yeah, too hungry. Stephen Bollinger's doing a really great job of getting in these positions where he can finish the fight, and it's just slipping away by inches. This is a game of inches, and when you're sweaty, it's hard to get that finish. Taking the back is Bollinger. Sneaky, sneaky. Nice underhook, and here comes the reversal. Double knee tap, excuse me.
This is going back and forth. Both have spent some time on their back.
Okay, Bollinger.
Almost like a dance partner's just exchanging the lead.
Yep. Bollinger is here.
Eyes are closed for Horta.
Crossface. Let's get a crossface in there. Because Horta knows what he wants, so he's trying to suck him up as tight as possible so that Bollinger can't have any space to get anything.
Yeah, I've been impressed here, Juliana, with the defense of both. In both cases have had chances to finish the fight, but the defensive posture has been good for both.
Again, looking for that Americana as Bollinger on top, making
Horta
paint the canvas. That's tight. That's yucky.
Horta's trying to get out and straighten his arm.
And he's going to get caught into an armbar on the transition.
That might just be in the process of getting to get that armbar. It's still in play here.
Ooh, and that second leg creeps over, and that's when you know it's not good. He can still get out here. Horta can still hitchhiker, and not only hitchhiker, this is doing the beautiful transition of stacking him and gets his elbow out. Gorgeous, gorgeous defense by Horta.
Yeah, we've seen it from both, and some nice jiu-jitsu there from Bollinger, but not good enough as Horta takes the top position. We heard from the corner for Horta, it said to break his posture.
I don't really understand that because Bollinger's completely on the ground with his back on the mat.
Yeah, Horta's got
his
control
posture's
here.
broken.
Juliana Pena, ladies and gentlemen, can turn her phrase like none other.
Nice guillotine, but the arm is in and the shoulder pressure is deep for Bollinger, so he's no threat. He's in no threat here for a choke. And in fact, he can even choke Horta here.
And Again, Bollinger, he's just an active body, Bollinger. This is non-stop motion as both react and counter-react and continue to find new positions.
My goodness, Horta, you can just see the pure strength of him. He's just able to flip him and flop him anyway, just based on pure strength. And that's a gorgeous job. But Bollinger, again, with the top position, he's able to transition back to top, and he needs a finish here.
Heading to the end of round 2.
Looking for the Kimura or the Americana again, but Horta does a great job of getting to his side, activating and hiding that hip and using that underhook to try to advance his position.
Bollinger finishes round 2 on top. Very groggy as he heads towards what potentially could be a winner-take-all round 3. It's hard to say. It's like, I feel Bollinger won that first round, but there was enough Horta moments to give me pause here in both round 1 and round 2.
Oh man, I would agree. I love that Bollinger is finding the right moments. He just needs to put it all together now. He's getting the takedowns with ease. He's having the positional moments, but Emilio Horta, you got to give it to this guy. He's just so strong.
To the highlights. A lot of feints with the hands, and then Bollinger waited and took him down.
Nice level change and sucked up that single leg and just transitioned straight into a double leg. Flared that leg and did exactly what he was supposed to do to get the takedown. Elbow just missed by Horta.
Hope to see these two guys again down the road in 2019. A beautiful fight here. Contrast in styles, and then there was a merge of styles as well. They're both tired, but they both have that fitness that needs to take them through a big round 3.
And Bollinger was supposed to actually fight for Combate in Fresno for the Copa Combate, but his opportunity has finally come. He's here. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. Friday Night Fights, Stephen Bollinger looking to get his first win in his first professional fight.
Takes it down again. There's been a lot of takedowns and moments during, you would call the ground game, Juliana, but it's been an action-packed ground game when we've been on the canvas between these two.
I mean, Bollinger's literally taking Horta down at will. At any point in time, he can take him down, but he's having trouble in the finishes and finishing his techniques.
He's not satisfied with just taking them out. He's an active participant on the ground against Horta.
You're in that mount position, I would say crossface, posture up, and let it rain. Get that ground and pound in. Start TKOing and punch a hole through his face.
Horta aware of that and holding those arms as he tried to separate.
There's that crossface that I'm looking for. Hopefully he can finish that. Look with the enchilada. He's covering his mouth so that he can't breathe, Horta.
Very cagey as Horta almost able to displace him. But it is Bollinger, as you hear Mike Beltran wanting some action here.
And it's hard to get that action off because Horta's sucking him up with that gable grip so that he can't tee off on him. But that's why that crossface is so important. He needs to separate himself and gain some distance.
Bollinger giving some action and getting that crossface. Bollinger with the crowd on his side as he's got fans from nearby Clovis joining him here in Fresno. This was a big spot for him.
Great hips by Bollinger, not getting rolled out of mount. Looking for that key lock, Americana again.
Stephen Bollinger looking to finish the job here in Fresno. 3 minutes to go in our final round. Has stayed on top of this mount throughout round 3.
Yeah, I definitely think he's probably thinking, all right, this is the third time I've mounted you. You're not getting out this time.
Almost tried to go for that Americana a third time here. I think Mike Beltran with the second warning, and you wonder if there's not enough. They'll be brought to their feet, and Bollinger knows that, and he'll keep firing away.
And that's what I want to see from him. You're in the superior position. Let it rain.
You see the jiu-jitsu, you've seen the wrestling, and you've seen enough striking to potentially getting home as Horta gets those fingers up in the eyes of Bollinger. Almost a desperate move for a desperate fighter.
I'll tell you why it's not working. The back of the tricep is on the opposite side, so he's not being able to use the side of his head as a forceps so that he can make him paint the mat with that Americana. And it's not working out because the back of his tricep is above his head instead of on the side of his ear.
Stephen Bollinger remaining active on top. Under 2 to go. And I think this will suit him just fine. He's just going to show enough action here for the referee.
He needs to start ear hole punching, something. You're in mount, like, do something.
Is this spot for separation from Mike Beltran's perspective? Horta looking at, or Bollinger looking to create some space, and there it is.
You got to get dirty, you know. Yeah, it sucks to say, but that's the spot where you got to get dirty and dig that forearm into their face so that you can separate to get those punches off.
Unloading there in the ribs, and he's going to have to. Horta finally able to spin away.
Beautiful job by Horta.
Horta may need to go for a finish here based on what's happened here in this 3rd round.
Bollinger gets the reversal and does not let Horta back up to his feet. And looking to pass, he's in side control.
1 minute to go here. Combate Fresno.
Horta has a gable grip so that Bollinger can't implement any of his submission finishes, and he's trying to reverse him yet again, but it lands Bollinger into mount because of it.
I believe the chances, Stephen, resonating from the Save Mart Center as Bollinger squeezing whatever remains out of Horta. 30 seconds to go, a dominant round 3, all on the ground, and he's been able to rest a little bit along the way.
Yeah, and mount's not a resting position, but I mean, it can be considered a resting position. I'm surprised actually Mike Beltran hasn't stood them back up.
Yeah. There he goes, firing down those elbows to finish the job, to seal the deal, and maybe he does it with a rear naked.
That's tight, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Can he drop the hips in?
Oh, nope.
Nope.
He's out.
Oh, it's over. Oh.
We'll be right back with more of the best of Combate Americas.
For exclusive Combate Americas merchandise, just go to shop.combateamericas.com.
Hey everyone, this is Lupe Contreras, the voice of La Jaula de Combate Americas. I wanted to check in with you and show you my favorite quarantine spot. It is the hammock in my backyard. But most importantly, I wanted to check in and remind you to stay safe, stay healthy, keep an eye on one another, and remember, during this new normal, this new world, we're all family.
Never stopped, never gave up, never was complacent to be just in one spot. He always reversed his position, always doing exactly what his tattoo says, never accepted defeat.
But we go back to the first round, the highlights, and that beautiful suplex, which set the table for what appears to be a successful debut for Bollinger. 2nd round, more takedowns.
Yep, he just timed those takedowns, and he literally had a takedown anytime he wanted.
To the final round, and this was all on the ground, the big miss, and that was it.
That's all she wrote. That's all he needed. Just a tiny little level change, and he was in the double leg deep and got the takedown. If he would have had 10 more seconds here, I think that he could have finished that rear naked choke.
Damas y caballeros, después de completar 3 vueltas, esta es la decisión oficial. Ladies and gentlemen, after going all 3 rounds, the official scorecard reads as follows. El juez Rosales anotó 30-27. Judge Rosales scores it 30-27. El juez McKnight 29-28. Judge McKnight scores it 29-28. Y el juez Lawley anotó 30-26. Judge Lawley scores it 30-26. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision, los tres a favor del ganador, por decisión unánime. From Clovis, California, Steven Bollinger.
He'd be a great poker player, just very little emotion on his face, but two of the judges seeing it 30-27, the third 29-28.
Thanks for watching the best of Combate Americas.